We're going to get started, guys. I'm going to hit the start webinar button. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are live. If you click on the attendees, you'll see them rolling in.
I don't see anybody yet, Troy.
Well, get on. You're clicking on the wrong thing.
I do this to him all the time. All
Oh,
right.
my gosh.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. It's been a while. I just wanted to say Happy New Year's from the Satoshi Show. This is our first show for the year. We haven't done one in a while, and that is because we finally found something that we can share with you that is not crypto related, so it's a little bit different. But we feel it's got great potential. And the thing we like about it is you get to earn on your own pace. So I just have to read this. The information we share is for educational purposes only, and it's not an investment or financial advice. And we got a great panelist tonight. And my partner, Troy Rader, he's a great communicator, a great partner, and a great marketer, and have built teams in the thousands. So I'm going to turn it over to him so that we can get the show started. Troy?
Well, right on. David's no slouch either. He's been at the top of half a dozen household name brand network marketing and direct sales companies. He's also ran his own corporation and had, I think, around 60 employees in the IT business. And so when the experts got in trouble, they called David. When the Fortune 500 companies got in trouble, they called David's team, and he straightened them out. Anyway, what we've got tonight is something that's just a little bit outside of cryptocurrency, but everyone can see what's happening in the workforce out there, the industry, corporate America, and people are getting laid off. They're looking for something they can do from home. We've got all kinds of disruptions in trade and the economy right now, and the timing's right. So even though this isn't cryptocurrency, it's something we believe everyone can do from the comfort of their home. And the Satoshi Show is always about passive rewards. And we show people how to make 5, 6, even 7-figure incomes from home. And so this fits right in. So whether you're looking for, an extra, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, or $10,000 a month, you can do it here. I mean, it just takes putting the system to work. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to turn it over to our guests because these guys have been in it. We saw this thing and we immediately thought, what a great way to work from home and have casinos. Casinos have no shortage of money. And here they are offering to pay people for writing letters. And I still don't have my mind all the way around it, but our guests do. And so I want to introduce a friend of mine. We're in a couple different programs together. He's a author. He's got a couple books on network marketing. Absolutely life changing. You can follow his blueprints. He software developer, but he saw something here tonight. And so I want to turn it over to Mike Grady and let him explain what he sees in this, and he'll introduce the rest of the guests. So, Mike, take it away.
Thank you, Troy. I appreciate that. It's an honor to work with you and all these great businesses that we do. And a little bit about myself. I'm originally from New York, and when I graduated high school, I went into the Air Force and I got out in 2007. And I was had an entrepreneurial gene in me, and I knew I needed to find a way to make money. And I started doing real estate, started flipping real estate in 2007 in Tampa. And 2008 happened, and the real estate crisis hit, and I was underwater 6 figures. So I had to figure a way to get out of that, right? Because as an entrepreneur, you're going to go through ups and downs and ebbs and flows. So I started getting online and looking how to make money from home. And I figured this thing out called affiliate marketing that existed online. I had no idea what this was. I had an uncle back in the day who was involved in Excel Communications, a network marketing company back in the 90s. But I never really understood what it was. I just knew that if you referred a lot of people to it, you could do pretty well. So I got pretty good at doing that. For the last 17 years, I've built and developed a lot of different marketing systems that are out inside the internet marketing and the network marketing realm. And I've also built teams with people like Troy and other people all across the industry into the thousands and help people generate literally hundreds of thousands of leads and millions of dollars worth of sales over the last 17 years. So I've seen a lot of companies, I've seen a lot of products, I've seen a lot of services. And what you're about to see tonight is going to totally change the way you look at the home-based business industry. Because what if I told you that you can make money inside of a network marketing company without doing any marketing, right? What if I told you you could make money inside of a network marketing company without generating one lead, right? What if I told you you could make money inside of a network marketing company without making one sale? Now, you might think that's crazy because I thought it was crazy too. Because, like I said, 17 years in this game, pretty much seen it all from health and wellness to digital products to monies, gold and silver, everything, you name it, right? But now there's a company that exists where you can get in the company. Now, if you want to promote as an affiliate, that's one way to make money. And that's what we're doing here on this webinar right now that you're watching. But there's also an opportunity to make money with the actual product that this company has to offer. Writing handwritten letters that averages out to about $50 to $75 an hour, $5 per letter. And we're going to get into the details of that in a minute. But when I first saw this, I couldn't believe it until I actually did the research and figured out that, you know what, not only is this real, yes, this company is very new that we're promoting right now and we're sharing to you right now, but this strategy has been around for many, 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 many years. So it's a trusted and tried and true strategy that's been used to make a lot of money over the years. So when I saw it, I said, okay, well, who's behind this? Because one big thing for me is what's the leadership about, right? Who are the leaders? What are they doing? Do they have a track record? Are they good at what they do, or did they just start a company, right? Well, the person I'm going to introduce to you right now is someone who is an unequivocal leader. He's the CEO of the company that we're going to talk about right now. He's had many successful ventures, just as myself. He's one of the top 1% of internet marketers in the entire world. Understands how to build and develop systems and back offices, and he's built extremely large team. Knows how to generate leads like a monster. I mean, I believe his list is probably 50, 60,000 people, might even be more than that. He's just one of those guys that really knows how to make something turn. And he's a real leader because I needed actually help from him. There was an issue going on in the back office. This is about 4 or 5 hours ago. And I contacted him directly, and he fixed the problem himself. He didn't outsource it to someone else. He took care of it because that's what a leader does. They lead from the front, not from the back. So without further ado, I want to welcome to our presentation here tonight a good friend and business partner of mine and someone I look up to and I'm happy and proud to work with, the CEO of Paid Per Letter, Dustin Mansell. How you doing, brother?
Thank you for that, Mike. I'm doing great. Friday night here in Las Vegas, and the weather's awesome outside. No rain, no nothing. I just actually flew back from seeing Lisa here. We'll introduce you to her in a minute in Sacramento. And out of all places, California, you'd think there would be no rain. Well, it rained almost the whole time. But yesterday actually was pretty nice weather on the river, though. There's no rain there going on there. But so thanks for introducing me. Thanks, Troy. Thanks, David, for having Lisa and I on board here. Like Mike said, I have a lot of history in network marketing and growing teams and all that stuff, right? And I lucky enough, God put Lisa in front of me a couple months ago to where we were working with some other things, and I seen the way that she was running Zooms, the way that she does everything. I was like, man, this is somebody I've been needing forever, right? And so we were doing some other stuff and didn't really pan out. It's all the same stuff, right? You get in, the top 5% of people make the money, and the other ones, they don't, because most of the time they just don't do what you're telling them to do, right? They're just not following what you're telling them to do. And they want to be millionaires tomorrow, and then they quit, right? So we still did a couple different things, and she called me up and she goes, hey, I got something that I want to run by you. It's something I've been doing for 2 years. And, I made $78,000 last year doing this. And it's basically you're writing letters from your house, and you're going to get about $5 per letter for every letter that you write. And the first thing went into my brain was like, all right, well, I've heard of the chain stuff before, right? You put $100 in an envelope, you send it out in postcards that I get sent to me all the time. I'm like, well, I got a list of like 20 million people. I mean, will that work? Can I be partners with you? And she's like, no, Dustin, we're not writing to people. We're writing to online corporations that legally have to give us $5 for every letter that I write in. And it still took a minute for me to go, wait, what? Living in Las Vegas, I'm like, So I start doing some work. She's sending me some information about it. And I start checking it out. I'm like, man, this has been going on since 2001. This is decades old of what's going on right now, right? And these online casinos have to legally give us $5 for every, not like $5 bill, right? What they do, it's smart, but because they're online, they have to give us $5 in tokens that they put onto our account. And what she's been doing for the last 2 years is she teaches it. Well, what she's been doing is converting these coins into cash, averaging about $5 per letter. Sometimes it's $4.50. Sometimes it's as high as even like $7, $8 per letter that you write in. And she has these games that you go and you convert these into cash. And I'm like, so I have a following of a lot of people. I'm like, you know how many people that are just sitting there, they don't make any money. I'm like, hey, go learn how to do YouTube. I'm going to show you how, right? I'm going to show you how to jump on and do live Facebooks. I'm going to show you everything. They just don't want to. They're stuck on the fact that they want to become millionaires without doing anything. And I'm like, they could now make money. And I started reaching out to a couple of different people, and they're like, oh my goodness, I got this person, that person. I mean, my wife, my mother-in-law was here. She's like, I want to do it. I work at Applebee's. Can I do this, Dustin? I'm like, yeah, you can do this, right? So she goes, I'm ready to introduce it to the world now. I have the course. It's 9 lessons. It's about 9 minutes or 19 minutes from videos that you could watch. And I'm going to teach everybody how to do this and how to convert it as well. And we said, okay, well, let's give it a shot. So about 2 weeks ago, I built the system during Christmas. So we started going live and we introduced it. We go, hey, let's have the first 20 people. We'll give them access to the course and see where it goes. It went crazy. We're up to 350 people within like 3 days of people that are just wanted to see what the lessons were about. They started writing the letters. People are on the back office in our Facebook groups right now, just crazy excited about how this thing works. So that's what it is. It's not hard. It's very, very easy. I'm very big into automation. So we made capture pages, landing pages. We have follow-up emails that go out for you guys on your behalf. And you guys get the course. So you guys can either come in and write the letters yourselves, excluding Washington State, Idaho, Michigan, and if you live in Canada, Quebec, the province of Quebec. And there's some of the ones that we write to that don't allow Montana either. But if you want to make an extra $500 a month, then you could write as many letters as you want to make $500. If you want 5,000, you write as many letters to make to equal $5,000. So it's all on you. So on this one here, what I love about it is like, look, if somebody goes, well, you said I can make $1,000. I haven't done it. Well, that's because you haven't written the letters, right? You haven't followed this super, super easy course that Lisa's put together with everything. Her and her sister, they proofread the letters as well with a template. So you write a letter in, you send it to them, they proofread it, make sure everything's what it's supposed to be. And by the way, it's not as easy as you think as far as like going and learning it on your own, because you have to have a certain color ink. You have to have your address in certain ways, different promo codes. There's things about it that she's mastered for 2 years that we put it into a course. So Lisa, as I always, when I introduce you, you were sent to me from God, but you're the one, I'm a marketer, right? So I can market this thing, especially because everybody can make money doing it. I can market it like crazy. You are the brainchild behind this. So explain a little bit what you do, like how easy it is, what you got going on. I mean, you were in where? Cancun? You were writing letters last year?
Oh yeah. So I've been an internet marketer since 2005. And in 2014, I decided to get out of the game for a while, got into Amazon drop shipping and selling on Amazon, did $2-3 million in sales every year. And a couple years ago with COVID, Amazon started basically wanting to be greedy and keep it all for themselves. So little by little, they're basically kicking off what they call 3P sellers, which is what I was. So I got to a point where I was like, okay, well, I can either wait for them to kick me off or I can go and find and do something else. And I've always been an internet marketer like Dustin. I've always been able to make 6 figures doing internet marketing because I'm a natural born salesperson. So I started doing some sales on some other stuff, and a cousin of mine who works for a casino was like, Lisa, have you ever thought about writing for sweepstakes? They're giving away this kind of money. And I'm like, huh. And she's like, here, check this out. So I checked it out. I started writing for them 20 months ago, and it's very consistent. I make right around $5 every single letter. In fact, I actually average a little bit more if you actually do the numbers on it, because I've won a couple big jackpots, basically. So it's really kind of put it over the edge. But it's a super duper simple process, but you have to actually follow very specific things. And just like Dustin told you, we actually review your templates, and you'd be surprised at, even though I give people the exact template to follow, how about 40% of them still send in their templates with errors that would get them disqualified. So I know this is one of those things, just like training a dog or learning piano, you could potentially do on your own. But when you have somebody that can actually show the way, that's been doing this for as long as I have now, I'm trying to make it as fail-proof for other people so that they do succeed. And what I love about this, and how this ties into what Troy and David teach you, as one of the companies that I have for you guys is crypto based. You don't even have to play it. Now, the other ones that I have in there, you have to play your money through once. So say you wrote 100 letters this week and you got $500. You have to play that $500 through one time through, and I teach you how to play it so that you have very low risk, and you are probably going to either get right around $5 or potentially win. And if you do lose, it's very minimal. And in the end, it always averages out to a little bit more for me. But one of the companies that we actually do write to, and this is going to excite all you people on here that are crypto people, is you don't even have to play it through. You write in your letter, you get $5, and they give it to you in cryptocurrency. That's going to start padding your crypto account. So it's a pretty exciting thing that can really excite people, because $5 for every letter you send in. The letter takes you about 4 minutes to do. It has roughly about 100 words for on the envelope and on the index card that we teach you on what to write. You just have to simply follow the directions and decide how much money you want to make. It's that simple.
Yeah, that is Lisa. What Lisa said right there, it's that easy. And a lot of people look at this and they're like, man, where's this been my whole life? It's not the same thing, but we put an affiliate part on top of this thing to where you can get paid for sharing it as well. Speaking of that, today was our first payday, January 26th. We've been soft launching for right now about 2 weeks. We paid out over $101,000 today in commissions just for sharing this program, right? There's a one lady who made, I think, $7,500. She's been with us for a week. She's just been sharing with everybody. So she got a nice little $7,500 paycheck today for sharing this with everybody. So you can do two things. You can be a customer. It is $225 to start. And then it's $25 a month, right? And you can be a customer, just write and do that all the time. We have tons of training. I've seen somebody in the chat. Do we have training once you're on with this? Yes. We have trainings how to convert. We have trainings on how to write the letters. We have all the trainings. Plus, we have a support team that answers everything for you in the back office. If you want to become a promoter to share this with people to make money, you can do that as well. It's a one-time $20 fee for life to become an affiliate. And then you can share this. And like I said, we have all your links in the back office. We have capture pages. We have landing pages. Mike, you were running your
incredible community of writers that'll assist you. That's another thing that I love that we've done as a group. We have a huge Facebook community of over 1,000 members at this point, and they answer each other's questions in real time. So if it's 6 in the morning in Pacific time, but it's 9 a.m. on Eastern time, and they have a question, they don't have to wait for me to get up to answer that question, because people are listening, they're absorbing, they're learning. We do Q&A calls, we do Zoom trainings, we do all kinds of stuff. But not only that, just the Facebook group alone is amazing, because you'll have a community of writers that'll jump in and help you stay on the right path. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think
you're good. You're good.
That piece of it.
You're good. But Mike, your first run today with traffic was 65% opt-in rate. Is that what it was?
We're actually up to 67 right now. And that was as of about 20 minutes ago. And the reason that is, Dustin, and you know this being a marketer, anytime we get any of these offers and we build our sales page or the bridge page to the capture page and all that, these lists have seen things before. So the opt-in rates, I mean, you're good if you're getting 30, 35%, right? I mean, let's just be honest, maybe 40 is like a good solo ad. Well, this one's high because literally none of these lists have seen anything like this. Like I said, 17 years of doing this, I've never seen anything like this. So if it piqued my interest, it piques Dustin's, it piques Troy's, David's, a lot of other top people that you haven't heard of yet, but they're out there. You're going to, as a marketer, I'm just speaking to the marketers right now. If you're a marketer, this is prime right now for you to generate leads, to grab SEO, if you want to do search engine optimization through article writing, if you want to do the solo ads, if you want to do YouTube and TikTok and all these other free modalities that exist, you can absolutely do it. But yeah, we're up to 67% now. And I think I have another 100 clicks to go tomorrow on that one solo ad.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. I am seeing some of the questions come in here asking what the letters are. Basically, the casinos have to offer you a sweepstakes in order to stay online and stay open. So we figured out a way to where we can get the sweepstakes to us, and then we have that money that we teach you guys. We convert to how to convert to where you turn those coins into cash. So everything is back there. Exactly what to write, exactly how to write. It's about 100 words or less. It takes about 4 to 6 minutes per letter that you write and put in the envelope and put a stamp on it, and that's done. So there's a lot of other questions that people say, well, is there any other upsells? We don't upsell anything. You do, it's a business. So you do need to buy your materials. You're gonna have to buy envelopes, postcards, your ink, your stamps, all that stuff. Every Friday we do a Q&A, and every Friday we give away rolls of stamps. We gave away 400 stamps today. We'll probably end up going up more as we get there as well. But even if you spend, let's just say $70, $70 should have you say 75 should be enough to write 100 letters, right? And so 100 letters should be $500. So not many places you can go and spend $75 and in return make $425 in profit, right? Just over and over and over. Sometimes it may be $500 in profit, maybe sometimes $700 in profit. So there is a little bit of money that you have to buy for the materials. But once you're in the back office, we are not that company who says, oh, but before you click next, we're going to give you yada, yada, yada. That's not what it is. It's one time $225 and then $25 per month. No contract at all. You can bail out whenever you want to, but then you're not going to have our training. You're not going to have our cool stuff that we have in the back office. But that's really it. That's what the price is and how easy it is. So,
and yes, it does have to be handwritten. I know someone asked a question, and that's one of the biggest questions that I always get. That's what you're actually being paid for. You're being paid to handwrite these letters to keep these companies in compliance. So you cannot, if it could just be computer generated, they would just generate these bullshit letters themselves. But because it has to actually be handwritten, it has to be from each individual and has to be able to prove that. These companies get to write these letters off. So when they give you $5 for that letter, they get to write it off in their taxes for $5. So as you can imagine, when you're talking about multi-billion-dollar companies, they're writing off every single letter. They want us to write it. It does have to be handwritten. Let's see what some of the other questions that I get a lot of comment. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. There's no guarantee. The reason why there's no guarantee is we can't make you do the work. If you do the work and you follow the templates, you're going to get paid, period. Yep. No ands, ifs, and a buts.
Well,
and we approve
Lisa,
your template.
That's the interesting part about this, Lisa and Dustin. You can talk to about this as well, being a part of the industry for so long. The money you're making from these letters does not come from paid per letter, right? That's the total game changer right there. The money that's coming from paid per letter is the affiliate side when you're building a team and, building and cultivating that organization through fast start bonuses and residual. But the money that's coming from this, Lisa, comes from these companies, correct?
Absolutely. So you're getting paid that $5 per letter from the casinos and the companies that we provide. And we're actually adding some new companies that are not even casino based. So that really does kind of open the door up for even more people. But not only that, there are 5 different ways you get paid. You get paid from the companies that you're writing for. And then there's 4 other ways that we pay you for the affiliate side. But we have over 1,000 members at this point in just a few weeks. And of those 1,000 members, I think we paid out roughly about 250, maybe 300 of them in affiliate commissions. That means the other 700 are purely here just to write, which we love. That keeps us in compliance. But not only that, think about this. How many housewives do you know? Or stay-at-home dads? Or let me just tell you, I have an 18 and a 20-year-old that are in college. They both quit their jobs, and guess what they're doing now? They're writing letters to send in, because you only have to be 18 years of age to send these letters in. So my kids both quit serving jobs that they hated, and they're now sending their letters, and they're getting a bunch more. They're making more money than when they were serving. This is great for retirement people. This is great for anybody that can write. If you can write and we can read it, okay, 'cause that's a very important aspect as well. It has to be legible. If you can write and we can read it, you can get paid. And think about all the people in your life that could use a little extra income. Those stay-at-home moms that don't want to leave their kids behind. I'm a mom. I have 4 children. Like when you don't want to leave your kids, that's why I got into internet marketing back in the early 2000s, because I didn't want to go to work anymore. I wanted to be at home with my children. Well, think about those women that while their babies are taking a nap, they can kick off 20 letters a day. 20 letters a day. That's 100 a week. That's $2,000 that they can add to their household income while their babies are taking a nap. Or
Or at
retirement
practice.
people that,
Yep.
you know, are having a hard time making ends meet because the Social Security is not keeping up with the cost of living. You know, they can sit and write for a couple hours, throw those in the mail and get a couple thousand, or there's no limit. That's the nice thing about this, by the way, is there's no limit. I personally, for the last year, wrote 300 a week. It got me $6,000 a month on top of my business that I run. So I was doing that on the side. That's not even my main gig.
Yep. So I'll get a couple questions here, then I'll pass it back. All right. So there's two things that are very, very important. We're not going to show you guys a sample of letters. That's what the course is for. Okay. You get the sample letters if you want to come in and do the course. You could take a look at what it is. We told you it's under 100 words. It takes about 4 to 6 minutes. And you could do as many of them as you want to, right? This spits out a new code about every 5 minutes. It's not international as far as like Japan and all that stuff. You got to be in the US or Canada. Okay. There are some excluded states like Washington State, Idaho, Michigan, and then the Quebec province.
Yeah.
In Quebec, it's also, but we're adding other things to where even if you live there, we're still going to give you other options of places to write to as well. Okay. You cannot have your own account and then share with your daughter or your husband or your wife, whatever it is, and write to the same account. It has to be the same exact writing per account. But your kids I've seen somebody on here about their daughter said that they could, their daughter has better writing than them. Well, your daughter could go and create an account as long as she's over 18 and she could write all day long and get her own. Or if she's going to write for you, she has to be the only one that writes for you. It can't be her writing this week and then you're writing the next week and then vice versa. It has to be the same exact writing. So there are things that these companies do to make sure that you're not doing it with a robot, right? It's not an automation. You're actually writing it down. That's why it's a different promo code for everything that's there. So, and you could have a limited amount. So I have 6 people who live here in the house. 3 of them are over 18 and actually 5, including my wife and I. We could all have our own accounts and write to the casinos on our own. And my kids do it as well, just like Lisa said. So those are really the only things that you gotta, that we just want to throw out there. You can't go and don't even go look up to hire somebody to write them for you. If you're going to do that, then just don't, because you'll end up getting caught and you'll get kicked out anyways. Do it the real way. Write your own letters. If you only want to write 5 per day to start, write 5 per day, write 1 per day. It doesn't matter until you start seeing it come in. Then you're going to be like, whoa, this is all I got to do. I'm going to wake up another hour before I got to go to work, and an hour when I come back from work, I'm going to do that. I'm going to bust out 20, 50, 15, whatever it is, and you'll start seeing that money coming in. So that being said, how do we pay out as well? The pay per letter ourselves, we pay out with an e-wallet there where you can go and put it into your account. You have your own prepaid card, do whatever you want to with it. That's how we pay out, right? We're also going to have the option to pay out with cryptocurrency too, where you have your own e-wallet in the back where you can get paid out in crypto, and you could use the money that you have to pay for your monthly fee as well. So that's how we pay. Now, how the actual corporations pay, unless you're going to one of them that pays in crypto, the other one's going to pay you. They'll send you a gift card. They'll transfer it right to your bank account. It takes about 2 days, right, Lisa, to get transferred to your bank account?
Yep. Most companies pay on Wednesday, and I always have it in my bank account on Friday.
And there's no addresses to provide. You got, like, believe me, my brain was here. Like, we got to have a list of 1,000 people to send this to. All the addresses are on what we show you guys. And it's the same address that you're writing into corporations. It's just different promo codes is all it is. So you don't have to go find these different addresses. We give you everything, what to write, how to write, the right way to do it, the address to write it to. You have a template that you could just go and copy, just change a promo code. You do not have to have a list. This is the cool thing, like Mike said when we jumped on. You do not need a list. We give you everything, okay? Everything. And yes, they make a cash deposit into your bank once you convert the coins. You got to remember that.
It does have to be your own address. So these companies are going to verify you. I saw 2 people ask. I've been watching the comments as they go by, so I want to jump in. You are going to have to put your return address on the envelopes. They are going to verify that you are who you say you are. You cannot use a VP blocker when you're getting your postal codes or when you're actually on their website. Or they will, they will kick you out of their program. They need to stay compliant with their laws that they are required to stay compliant with. So they can't have people using blockers that are actually in Washington State or Idaho. So they are going to require you to verify who you are. You are going to have to verify who they are before they'll pay you out. You do have to use your real name, your real address, and you do have to have that information on the letters that you are writing, because that's how they verify that the letter came from you. So that's just answering some of the questions on the side. So I'll let you go ahead and go.
And you can start, Lula, as soon as they give you their link. You can start as soon as you want to. You can start writing letters tonight if you wanted
Within 2
to.
hours. Within 2 hours, you could be up and writing. Absolutely. The training takes roughly, I know Dustin likes to say there's 19 minutes of video, but the training really does take probably 1 to 2 minutes, because not only is there a video that kind of reiterates what's underneath it, but there's a lot of detail underneath that video that explains it, that tells you what to write, to tell that guides you through the entire process. And then on top of that, having the Q&As, we have 2 Q&As a week, so you'll be able to jump on those, get answers to those questions, and we have a jot form that we send out before those Q&As so that you can ask your questions so that we can address those issues. We are also going to have conversion calls where when you do actually get paid that money for the letters, that once you start sending your letters and they start putting that into your account, they're called coins. We're going to teach you how to convert those out so that you get dollar for dollar. So you're not losing that, what you've actually put in there. You really are going to get around that $5. And I saw someone make a comment about the crypto one. You aren't going to have to play it through. The crypto one, you can basically cash it out the minute they drop it into your account, drop it into it. Yes, of course, there's always fees that are related to crypto. We don't have any control of that. But just know that you're going to get $5 for every letter you send into that particular company in crypto. It's going to end up in your wallet, and then you decide what you want to do with it.
Yeah. Well, we see a lot of the questions coming out. I don't know how long you guys want to be here or not. We could answer all of them, but we'll kind of pass it back to you guys. If you guys want us to address some of the questions, we can. If you guys want to finish out whatever you guys want to do there, Dave and Troy and Mike.
Troy, before you jump on, let me just thank you guys for being on the show and for sharing this. Folks, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting next week, we will do a full presentation. We have it all laid out. Will be totally explained. We just wanted you to hear from the top, from the CEO, from the pay per letter folks. Like they said, there's a whole look. I went through the course, okay, and if I can go through the course, everyone here can go through the course. It was very, very simple. It was easy. There's just a couple of things that you just need to do. Get your supplies ready, all that other stuff. But here, I want to share this with all of you, and that is, you can ask all the questions you want. The link that we provide in the email is a sign up link. There's also a page that we put together. There's 3 videos on there that just tells exactly how, what it is, what it's not, all those kinds of things. You guys can go through that. But here, the thing that you have to look at is paid per letter. So let me just say this. This thing has been out for decades, okay? And you can go and do your own research. You don't have to pay for letters for this. You can go and do your own research. You can search it online. You can spend hours and countless hours of searching, finding out what companies, how to write it, the templates, the what materials you need, and all that other stuff. All we did was, when we heard this, we said, look, why spend that time? Why reinvent the wheel when here's a company that has everything written down step by step for you right in the back office? Right after you pay, you get that. It's called the classroom. Go through that and you got everything that you need. There's people that said to us that, oh, this is a scam. And we asked them, what part do you mean it's a scam? Well, paper letters. Well, no. Look, if you wanted to learn Forex trading, you can go and go online, search it, right? You can search how to Forex trade, how to do this, but I guarantee you 9 out of 10 people will fail because they'll make mistakes, right? So they have courses for Forex trading. Why do people pay for it? Because they need that step-by-step guide. Well, think of it as paid per letters. It's doing the same thing for you, step-by-step guide. Because I guarantee you, 9 out of 10 of you will go and research this online, watch YouTube videos, people will tell you how to do it and all this, and 9 out of 10 times you will fail because you will miss one step, okay? And so I went through the course. I know why. I'm glad I took that course, and it's gonna be very, very helpful. So just think of it. Pay per letter is the tutorial side. The other thing is, yes, you pay a one-time fee to get, onto the course and everything, but the $25 a month, folks, it's a steal because I've been onto the Facebook group and I've seen when Chumba makes a change or one of the corporations make a change, people on there tell you right away. I mean, like Lisa says, she doesn't have to wake up and put out the news. There's people on there that tells you, hey guys, go read the new change, and then they're gonna update the back office. And I mean, it's just all there for you. You can do this on your own, folks. And I guarantee you're gonna fail one way or another because you're gonna miss a step. Why reinvent the wheel?
Not only that too, but like if you're writing these things, these letters, and you're trying to learn on your own without getting a proofread by our team, you're gonna have to wait 5 to 6 weeks until you see if that was rejected or not, right? So if you're gonna do this every single week and not knowing if it's right or not, and then 5 weeks comes and they go, sorry, this one was rejected because you didn't do A, B, or C, then you'd be like, you just wasted all that time, that energy, that money on the
Not only
material.
that, if you sent in a specific amount of numbers and they don't tell us that number, but if you say you started writing today and you sent in 200 letters a week and you don't know until 5 or 6 weeks if you did it right, and you sent in you've sent over 1,000 and maybe that's their number. We don't know what their number is, and I'm not going to claim to know that, but I do know people that have tried to do this on their own and they're like, look, see what happened to me? They got disqualified because their terms of services state that if you are abusing their thing and you're adding extra work onto them, they can basically tell you you can't be a participant in their program. So if you were to go out and spend all that money on all your supplies and then do it wrong, and in 5 weeks time find out, oh, you left this out, you left that out. Remember what I said, 40% of the templates that come in when they're following our templates are wrong. And we're like, hey, you got to move this. Hey, you forgot this. Oh man, okay, I'll fix it. Redo it, send it back to me. Make sure that I verify it before you proceed. So, I mean, there'd be a lot of people that would have been writing that would have spent all that money on supplies just to find out in 5 or 6 weeks they're disqualified from the program and they're not getting a penny for all of that money that they put out. So I promise you, the program that I put together for people is a no-brainer. I took a lot of time and a lot of heart in putting my class together and my lessons together. So it is fail-proof. And part of that is where we actually look at your template and tell you what is wrong with it to make sure that you cannot fail. Because we can't watch you write every single letter, but if you follow the template we prove that we have approved for you, you're not, I mean, it's a no-brainer.
I agree. Sorry for interrupting there. I wanted to throw that on top there too, because you're right. You can find this for free, of course. You could also find out how to play guitar for free online as well, right? But if you want to learn it the right way, you go pay somebody that knows what they're doing, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Dustin, it's a complete steal. I mean, for $25 a month, I mean, in my opinion, it's completely undervalued for exactly what Lisa described. Just talking about simple things like changes. I mean, folks, what's your time worth, right? Think about that. If you needed to research a change, one little change in one company, would you pay $25 for that just to go away and for someone just to tell you exactly what you would do? Because if you would, just click the link below because that's what you're going to get involved with right now. If you're seeing this on a site, click that link below, get involved now. Because I can tell you, I can attest to the Facebook group. Everybody's mentioned that in here. You know, I'm a marketer, so I love to build sales funnels. And testimonials are a big part of a sales funnel. And Dustin he knows about this too. When you show results, it helps people make a buying decision. Well, when I get involved in companies, I always search for testimonials to throw them in the email campaign, to put them on the sales page. And it usually takes a couple of months. Folks, within a week of being inside this Facebook group, I had almost 60 testimonials, real ones, of people, a stack of 100 envelopes going into a mailbox. People take a picture of it, boom. When they hear back from the company, they show you exactly what they made and how many letters they sent in. Everybody's very open and honest about the training and about the procedures and exactly what they need to do because there's more to go around than you would ever need. It's not a limited type of business here. So coming in here with an abundant mindset, you're going to set it on fire, whether you decide to build just as an affiliate or if you want to write the letters as well. And I highly recommend writing the letters because as David said, I went through the training as well. I just went through it one time and I understood it because that's how simple Lisa lays it out. So Lisa, you did a great job on that. And all the testimonials in the Facebook group are testament. It's proof of that. So folks, get inside that Facebook group. You want to get motivated and see what people are doing. As we're on this Zoom right now, there are people writing letters and posting testimonials in that Facebook group and using the methodology that Lisa teaches with these casinos to make real money, folks. So click the link below. And if you got anything else, Troy, I'd love you to jump in and just talk about your favorite part of this program, because I know when I first talked to you about this, I mean, I didn't have to say much to you. I think I said maybe 10 or 12 words, and you said, I need to hear about this.
I think I said, sign me up. I'm excited.
Yeah, something like that.
Now, as far as writing the letters, we're going to leave that to David, but I'm going to talk to the marketers right now. This is transparent. There's no smoke and mirrors here, guys. You heard from the CEO who put together the affiliate side of this. You heard from the inventor of this course, and the lady that she's magic. I mean, she built this from scratch, from trial and error, and she's making a living with it. I mean, just by writing the letters, she brought it to Dustin. I mean, these kind of stories, you can't make them up. This is a ground roots movement, and it wouldn't be working if there wasn't a demand for it. If there wasn't people that need, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $70 an hour for their work. If people didn't need that, there wouldn't be this program. There wouldn't be these people getting involved. So from a marketing standpoint, this is golden. Sign up 100 people. That's $10,000. Roughly, approximately. And I'm just going by approximates here. I'm brand new to this, guys. But that's one time, $10,000. It doesn't take long to sign up 100 people. We'll probably sign up 100 people tonight. Now, the second thing is there's residual. So those people that are doing the $25 a month and marketing, I think it's about $5,000 a month. Correct me if I'm wrong, in residual of signing up 100 people. And then there's the matrix pay, and I think it's 50 cents a person for everyone that falls in the matrix below you, whether you signed them up or somebody else signed them up. Now from a marketing standpoint, when people want something, we're providing a service, we're showing them how to do this, but we're getting paid for our time for organizing this and showing people, but you can do that same thing. And someone wrote in here, as I saw it in the chat, they said, will Mike Grady teach us how to market this? Well, Mike is the master of marketing. So get on his Zooms, get on his training. Absolutely, he's going to be showing you how to do it.
Hey, Troy, real quick, this was not planned, but I'll do it anyway. You mentioned earlier that part of what I do is I'm an author, and you know this because you've read my books.
Absolutely.
And one of them right now is in publishing. It's Network Marketing Success Blueprint, your guide for thriving in a home-based business. But I wrote a follow-up book to that, and that was more the philosophy of network marketing. And when I put it out, people read it and said, like, what about more like how-to stuff, like with sales funnels, everything that you do? And I said, you know what? That's a good idea. So here it is right here. It's just in a binder because this will get published afterward. But this is the Affiliate Marketer's Handbook from newbie to pro. Anybody that signs up from watching this video, you're going to get that book for free. I'll email it to you. Okay. And to get that, you need to email Troy or David or whoever sent you this video. Tell them, give me Mike Grady's book because I need to read it. And you do need to read it because it's not just a book. It's a guide. It's a literal manual that will show you A to Z from beginning to end, how to market, how to advertise, how to generate leads, how to work leads, how to build the list, how to sell, and how to close. And if you can do all those things I just mentioned, 100 people, Troy, try 500, try 600. Try the sky's the limit, unlimited, because when you have these skills, you can tap into all of this and you'll never have a shortage of people to talk to. So Troy, that's what I'm going to do for everybody. You sign up tonight, click that link below, you get the book.
Can I get it too?
Can I get it too?
Dustin, you got it. Lisa, you got it.
All right, I can't wait. That's exciting. So you guys have heard it. If you got here because I sent you an email or the Satoshi Show sent you an email, then there's a link in there to get enrolled. You can get enrolled tonight. And don't put it off till tomorrow. Do it while you're excited, while you're hot. Just do it. If somebody else invited you, call them up, get on the phone, call them up and say, hey, I want to get started tonight. Where's your link? If Dustin invited you, call Dustin. If Lisa invited you, call Lisa. If Mike invited you, call Mike. But get a hold of somebody and get started, because for things to change, you've got to change. You know, if you go back and just start watching TV tonight and thinking, man, this is a good thing, you know, next week you'll still be doing that. You'll still be waiting for the next good TV show. But if you take some action and get the ball rolling, you're going to get sucked into it, and you're going to, all of a sudden your life changes. You get some money rolling in, some income rolling in, and you get a big smile on your face in the morning, and you can't wait to get started. That's what happens when you're in a good program, guys. So take it from us, just get started. And I believe that's it, guys. We're going to be doing a show Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I want to thank Dustin and Mike and Lisa. Oh my gosh, you guys are rock stars. So thank you. I want to thank everybody that got on our call tonight. There was about 250 attendees, 260 or 70 at the highest point. And thank you guys for being here and listening to what we had to say. We are going to record. We're recording this. So we're going to email it out. Are we recording it? Oh my gosh.
It's recording. It's
Oh,
Yeah,
recording.
it is. It is, Troy. I kept looking at that to make sure, because I want to get that posted up.
I couldn't remember if I hit the record button or not. Wow, that would have been a disaster. But anyway, guys, thanks for everything. And we're going to wrap it up. Good night and God bless.
We'll talk to you guys
Thank you,
soon.
everyone.
All right. Thank you.